So what if I told you that this year could actually be one of the biggest years where Apple is probably going to potentially drop maybe another iPhone that we really haven't seen before? Now, this is a very interesting thing because I've seen a couple of people kind of rumor these things around for a few years, and I don't know if it's going to be exactly what I'm thinking, but currently right now we have the iPhone, 11, 12s, 13, 14s. We have like the numerical number of iPhones. We also have the cheaper iPhones like the iPhone SE. But what if there was another iPhone that Apple could potentially, actually be making that maybe we don't even know about yet? So there were two different iPhones that came into my head. One, it was basically, the standard iPhone Fold and iPhone flipping model. I think Apple's going to come around doing that eventually, and I think that would make a lot of sense if Apple were to do. But I do think because of that $499 price tag of iPhones, I do think Apple is going to have some sort of interesting approach there because they have a few different things. One, if the next iPhone comes out, the iPhone 15s, the iPhone 12 and iPhone 13 mini could end up going down to that $499 price tag, which I think would be great. I think that'd be awesome. I wouldn't really complain about that too much. But the weird thing is that if Apple doesn't do that and they just keep that $499 price tag gone, well, one thing I could see Apple doing is kind of making another iPhone lineup. So maybe not the iPhone SE like the cheap model, but there have been rumors throughout, I would say the last 2 or 3 years, that Apple could just make some sort of like iPhone. Like it wouldn't be an iPhone SE, it wouldn't be an iPhone 15, it would just be iPhone 2023, then iPhone 2024, something along those lines. It would be very, very similar to how basically the MacBooks are, called MacBooks, or even like the iPads sometimes. Now we call them like M1, M2 iPads. I do think there's going to be some room there for Apple to go ahead and create another lineup of iPhones that are more expensive than their iPhone SE lineup, but it's cheaper than their standard, base model iPhones that Apple still sells. Now, again, I don't know if this is going to for sure happen. I've seen a few manufacturers end up doing this in our day. We saw Google do this kind of with the Pixel 6a. We saw Samsung do this with their FE lineup. It's more expensive than their, cheap A series, but it's cheaper than their main flagship phones. I do think there's going to be some phone out there that Apple's going to make that's going to directly compete with those Pixel 6a's, the Samsung Galaxy FE's, some sort of devices like that. Because if they don't, I think they're probably leaving more money on the table than they need to, especially if the next iPhones are going to be bringing that dynamic notch or whatever, or the dynamic island. I think that's going to be something that's going to be very, very interesting to keep a lookout. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.